channel that is the Shonipani Global News. Some of you have been calling me to bring Mr. Traore here on our show because there is a lot that is happening in ZANU-PF. Just now, I've just heard that Tuguarara's premises were burnt down. I think I did a report, and there is the Temba Malisa factor. There is a lot that is ongoing behind the scenes, of which I think the viewers of this channel wants to know exactly what is happening. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Shonipan Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button. Mr. Traore, welcome and greet our lovely viewers. I don't know, there is an echo. Let's hope we will manage.
Okay, thank you so much for having me on the show, man. And I would like to greet the viewers. It's always an honor to be on this platform. It's quite a productive channel, so it's a good platform of exchanging political insights and whatever that will be happening for that time.
Take us through. We've seen there's this fellow Temba Mliso. Obviously, we knew that he was going to come, and he has just come. But this time around, deciding to go to a foreign land and launch various missiles on retired General Chwenga, essentially saying retired General Chwenga is not fighting corruption in real sense, but he is fighting corruption because there are certain things that he didn't actually give him, or he was putting under pressure to such an extent that at some point he got tired. That is why he is now talking about corruption. Can you take us through this assertion by Temba Mliso?
Temba Mliso is talking nonsense, man. I would say whatever that is saying, it's assorted rubbish. Temba is one person that has not been consistent politically. Temba will only push an agenda. Temba will only push an issue only if it's benefiting him. And the moment he's not benefiting from it, you'll never see Temba talking about anything. I spoke about Temba, I think 2 to 3 months ago, and I said, be careful of Temba Mliso after I had sniffed something out of his character. News had started trickling in regards to his movements. And I say to people, be careful of Temba Mliso. And I actually warned people of 2 people, Temba Mliso being the first one, and the second person being Ace Lumumba. Ace Lumumba at one point started coming out trying to prop up Mnangagwa and in a way indirectly denigrating Vice President Chwenga. And I said, when you see such people speaking in a certain way, you just have to know they've been given something to do that. So that is the case with Temba. Temba is one person who made headlines for speaking against Wicknell Chipayo before, and he actually made it. He actually specified to the people that one of the reasons why Mugabe was impeached is because of people like Wicknell Chipayo. Looking at what other people have been saying, I'm talking about people like Fadzai Mahere. Fadzai Mahere actually showed people that the internet does not forget, and she's actually brought up some of the tweets whereby you saw Temba Mliso speaking highly against these people, which he's come out defending at this point in time. And he's a very inconsistent guy. And now he's here in South Africa speaking ill against Vice President Chwenga. And I'm telling you, a lot is going to happen. Watch the space.
Now, still up on that, especially I saw it became a piecemeal for for you guys, because you simply went back. Some of the tweets that they are not so far from now. That indeed he is, exposing him that is a flip-flopper of not. So now, what then is the strategy? Because now Temba is outside the country. They know that whatever he's doing is wrong. And also what was triggering for me today, I was saying, okay, we saw Blessed Keza coming out calling Mnangagwa. And the moment Blessed Keza did so, ZANU-PF came all out to actually launch missiles against him. But no one has come out in ZANU-PF, I'm talking about officials, especially national officials or Politburo members, convening gatherings or maybe press briefings, speaking against Themba Mliso. I've not seen anyone except the supporters of Chiwenga. Why is that so?
Now, when you see Themba Mliso, besides the fact that Themba Mliso is related to the first family, now Themba Mliso has always been ZANU-PF. I'm sure most of you are popular with the word parallel structures, are very well aware of the name parallel structures. Themba Mliso represents the parallel structure of ZANU-PF. There are certain people that are used by the party to counter or match certain characters that operate within ZANU-PF. And I'm talking about people like Christopher Mchangwa. Christopher Mchangwa has always been a headache for people like Emerson Mnangagwa. And obviously, given the position of Emerson Mnangagwa, there is no way he will address all the things that happen within the party. Some of them, they look so petty. So therefore, this is where people like Themba Mliso come in. These are people that are known as political mercenaries. In regard to whatever script for that season, Themba Mliso is given money to match people like Christopher Mchangwa. So Themba Mliso is part and parcel of ZANU-PF. That is why no one has come out condemning Themba Mliso. We've got very few pages, maybe ZANU-PF patrons. Those are small pages, man. Those are very, very small pages to come and try and criticize Themba Mliso. We cannot actually put it on record that someone from within ZANU-PF is criticizing Themba Mliso. We need officials, just like what Christopher Mchangwa did when it was the case of Comrade Bombshell Keza. Christopher Mchangwa came out, guns blazing. We saw people like Garwe, Kazembe, many people that everyone saw on the internet blasting Bombshell Keza. So would have expected the same to have happened in the case of Themba Mliso, if really Themba Mliso was not doing the bidding of the 2030 people.
Okay, so now because it's something that was really worrying me that it's so evident they don't pretend that there is a special treatment of Mnangagwa. There is a different treatment of retired General Chiwenga. Anyway, now on to the other issue. We saw Mnangagwa yesterday parceling out cars to the senior military officials. And some people have already warned that, I mean, these cars, do you think that's a holistic, I mean, these cars are genuine, being donated to the military?
The question that we need to ask ourselves is, will Mnangagwa ever do anything for anyone for free? The answer is no. Mnangagwa doesn't do anything for free to anyone. So when it comes to Mnangagwa, everything comes at a price. He's pushing a narrative, and people need to be very careful because that guy is way ahead of the limitations that most people give him. That guy has been an intelligence personnel for quite a very, very long time. And I'm telling you, just like the warnings which people have been giving, unfortunately, people don't take heed to these warnings. People think people are just saying things just to create activity on social media. But it's a valid warning which people need to consider. Those cars, they are bugged, they've got trackers, and whatever that you're going to do in that car, where you go, will be known. So Mnangagwa will be keeping track of the movements of people, so he will know if such A, B, C, or D is engaging with these people. So you'll know this one is for me, this one is not for me. You will even know with the phone calls that will be happening whilst you are in that vehicle. Never underestimate technology. This is where Zimbabwe has been lagging behind. We don't know how much technology has advanced. Why we've got useless people like Mavetera being appointed into positions of influence. They don't even understand what it means. We had people like Jennifer Musqueri, whilst he was ICT minister, he could not even define what artificial intelligence is. So these are the people that are dictating the narrative. You see, so it's actually working as an advantage to the system of Mnangagwa because people are not really exposed to the advancement of IT. So this is actually a disadvantage. So people need to know now, with the level of technology advancements which is there now, those cars, they must not, people must not accept those cars. They must just park those cars and not use them. Just look at the television sets that were donated by individuals to military barracks. I raised an alarm and I said, don't accept, it's not proper for the military to accept electrical gadgets from individuals. They can put in things there which will pick up sound, visuals, which will record visuals, and every activity and movement that will be happening within those barracks. So that was a huge mistake of people accepting those cars. Yes, you cannot say no, but just park those cars. Let's work towards a government that empowers individuals, whereby you can be able to buy yourself your own car. Whatever errands that you want to do, you use your own personal car. That is the only way those military personnel or other officers will be safe. And let's look at how many generals that we've lost. We've lost more than 25 generals. We've got a war which is currently going on between Russia and Ukraine. Those people have never lost such a huge number of military generals. So there's something that is definitely wrong within the military barracks of Zimbabwe. Something is being done to wipe out all of those people, especially at a critical time like this one. Imagine if we lost so many generals, then when political tensions had not heightened to this extent. Imagine now with what is currently happening. We're going to be losing many military officers at a much faster rate. So people need to be careful.
Yes, yes. Still speaking about that event, I have noticed the trend where retired General Chwenga these days with Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, they are hardly seen together. I don't know whether it's me too observant in terms of what is happening. Yesterday he was not there, even though the wife was there, most probably because she has been told she's part of the beneficiaries, and also any advice that you can give to her as the beneficiaries, because I strongly believe all those senior military personnel who were present there, they were supposed they were going to be gifted those vehicles. Just I know they watch such channels. I know they watch them. Donald, they, of course, and we've seen some of the decisions they are taking. That they listen to us. So, what is your take on that? Really, maybe comment on the absence of retired General Chwenga in the activities of Mnangagwa and the vice versa.
I've been talking about a strained relationship for more than a year and a half in regards to Emerson Mnangagwa and General Chwenga. But unfortunately, most of the people that we have, they're doubting Thomases. So they only believe something when they see it. But the moment you see something, the cracks would have long penetrated the surface. So there's no relationship between those two people. And Vice President General Chwenga is one serious person who is determined on genuity and sincerity, that you will not see him on attending to programs where he knows this is just child's play. People are just being taken for the ride, because he knows that everything that he's doing now, people will hold him accountable. So he's not just attending any funny events. No, he's not wasting his time doing that. And as long as Emerson Mnangagwa is not willing to fix what he was told by General Chwenga, arrest Wiki Kivayo, arrest Tungwarara, arrest Tagwire, as long as he doesn't do these things, General Chwenga will always know we are not on the same page with this person. Emerson is not serious with dealing with corruption.
So, still here, I like what you talked about, especially talking about the arrest of these individuals called Zikananda. Do you think Mnangagwa is going to go after them, taking into consideration of the political actions that have been done? Because I've always told people that you get to understand Mnangagwa through watching his supporters, what they do, especially after something has been relayed. For example, we've seen a lot of backlash against retired General Chiwenga after that Politburo meeting. Do you think Mnangagwa is going, to adhere to the instruction of retired General Chiwenga? In the event he doesn't, what is his game plan?
Now, Mnangagwa is a dictator. He doesn't represent democracy. Mnangagwa does not represent collective approach. He's not that person. He's one person who feels, since I'm the boss, I must dictate the pace. It's only me who's supposed to be giving instructions, not the other way around. So he's not going to listen to any of what General Chiwenga told him. This is why we've seen people coming out in support of Mnangagwa and his cabal, and one person to take note of is Tungwarara. We all saw what happened with the Tungwarara case. Whilst he was addressing a rally, we saw him guns blazing, attacking Vice President General Chiwenga head on, saying, I'm not scared of anyone. Nothing will ever happen to me. We don't listen to anyone. General Chiwenga is the Emerson Mnangagwa is the man in charge, and he dictates the pace. Anyone outside of that doesn't tell us what to do. We also witnessed John Paraza coming out, guns blazing as well. The guys had been quiet for some time, but I'm surprised. I thought he had learned his lesson. But this time around, it's different. We see him coming. He's attacking Vice President General Chiwenga. He's saying, I'm John the Baptist. We only deal with strikers that are able to score. Anyone who cannot score. And we're saying, so in this case, who is he referring to? That he is not a competent striker. Who is he referring to when he says that one is not a good striker? He will never score goals. So we all know the succession race is involving two people. The term extension being pushed by Emerson Mnangagwa, and those that are constitutionalists that are saying the next one to lead is General Chiwenga. So we know all these arrows are being pointed at General Chiwenga.
Okay, someone is asking a question there. Is it true that Home Affairs office was raided? Who could do that? And also, I think I did a report, I saw it somewhere, and someone had to verify that even Tugwara's, one of his properties was burnt down last night. So someone is, did you had anything along those lines? I know in Zimbabwe it's difficult sometimes to confirm information because some of it would be concealed because they fear that once it spirals out of control, definitely they will be seen as weak. Do you want to comment on that? If you have an answer.
A lot is happening. A lot is happening at this point. A lot is happening at this point. And anything can also happen. We've seen fires happening across the country. Anything can happen. It could be an electrical fault. It could be Mbuyane Handa trying to correct the narrative dealing with her people. It's her country. She can do what she wants. She can visit Kazembe's office. She can visit Tungwarara's hotel and lodges and conference, whatever. You see. So anything can come as a warning to anyone.
Okay. So anyway, maybe let me accept it as a fair answer because I don't want to put you in the corner. We are still waiting for the authorities to actually confirm that. But what I must say is that in Zimbabwe, I think authorities would never sometimes confirm such issues. They are very politically sensitive. Such information may not just easily. Yes. It's not the democratic country.
We've got two occurrences. One that happened to Kazembe in his office, and the second one happening to Tungwarara. So these are things which are happening to 2030s. You see, so there's no way they will say, they will confirm it to have happened because it exposes them. It shows them they are not in charge. It's a different ball game altogether, which is different from the propaganda which they are selling to the people. But I can actually confirm it did happen. Mind you, we've got people that stay from these areas. You see, we've got people that work at these areas. We've got people who work in these offices, Kazembe's offices. And obviously, they can confirm it did happen. But obviously, people will be waiting for official communication from the relevant.
You know, in Zimbabwe, quite a lot of doubting Thomases. They don't believe social media. Someone says, Traore said sometimes Zimbabweans should buy food and stock in their homes. What was the reason? Someone is asking you. I saw your name, so that's why I'm just picking up that question. It's good. Keep them coming. I will ask him. He's here for you.
Quite a lot is going to be happening. We cannot beat about the bush. This is a matter of life and death, and people need to understand something. If a headmaster struggles to leave office, no one wants to leave office. Imagine living a life whereby there is no red robot to you. You just cross, you just do as you please, wherever you walk. The way is always prepared for you. You've got so much power. You are the law, you are the policy, you are everything. Then eventually, that time is cut short. People say enough is enough. We're sick and tired of you. Everyone wants to hold on to power, especially for Emerson Mnangagwa, who's been preparing for this for decades and decades during Mugabe's rule. There is no way you would expect him to rule for 8 years and say it's fine. I'm handing over power. You see, it will never be a smooth transition. This I want to assure people, because let's look at how much assassins that have been sent to Zimbabwe. Just look at the kind of security that is protecting people like Tungwarara. Just look at the kind of security that is protecting people like Wiknel Chivayo. And you ask yourself, a country like Zimbabwe, this is not South Sudan, man. This is not Nigeria, where there are always kidnappings, where you would expect to see such things happening. So it must tell people that something is not right.